Truth or Questions, episode second to last. Yeah, if you haven't seen the first one yet, go see the first one before you see any of these. First one is entitled Truth or Questions Introduction. There it outlines 3 criteria for answering these questions which must be followed. If you haven't done that, go ahead and do that now. If you have done that already, then never mind. Okay, 156. Truthers claim the the planes were flying around for over 2 hours after the first sign of trouble. From the first signs of trouble would be when the transponder was turned off. So, even if there was an instant realization of a hijacking, the earliest response time would still be based on the amount of time from the transponder being turned off to the crash. Basically, when it took off, it you know everything was all fine. When they turned this transponder off, that's the part where you can say, okay, maybe it's a terrorist attack. Um, and while all 4 planes were flying for a combined time of 2 hours, based on this measurement, American Airlines 11 was in the air for 26 minutes after the transponder was turned off. United Airlines Flight 175 was in the air for 17 minutes after the transponder was turned off. American Airlines 77 was in the air for 40 minutes after the transponder was turned off. And United 93 was in the air for 35 minutes after the transponder was turned off. At what point in time, on what planet are any of these times longer than 2 hours? 157. Refer to August 6 PDB. It ostensibly warns of a pending Bin Laden terrorist attack. If there was an inside job at any level, i.e. LIHOP or MIHOP of any degree, there has to be some coordination with the government unless it's 100% an outside job. Then there has to be some coordination within the administration. So if the administration was involved in the coordination effort with Bin Laden, then why the fuck would the president have to brief himself about the fake terrorist attack about which he already knew from being a part of the plan? Hmm? That one too confusing for you, so I gather. 157. Correction, no, 158. Truthers will tell us that the ISI wired $100,000 to Mohammed Atta the day before the attacks. This represents about half of the estimated cost for an entire 2-year operation. If so, why would Atta need $100,000 just before the day of the attacks? At that point, what's left to pay for? Incidental expenses could be on charge cards and certainly couldn't add up to that, so why should we believe the ISI paid Atta story when it makes no sense for Atta to need $100,000 a day for one day's incidental expenses? But furthermore, why would he need any money at all? I mean, like, if you knew this was going to happen and you were going to kill yourself and a whole mess of other people and all this kind of stuff, why be nice and pay for everything? Why not go and get a dozen fucking credit cards and max them out to fuck and just fuck off and die and leave the credit card companies all going, hey, but we want our money. It's like, ah, fuck you, I'm with Allah. I'm with Allah and my 70 virgins. Or the hairy bitches. Anyway, 159. Add on to the previous question. If Al Qaeda was innocent and the planes were all flown by remote control, and therefore the hijackers are not guilty of anything, then why would I care if ISI paid Utter if Utter is 100% innocent? Number 160. The ISI story comes from a Times of India story, which sources an Indian intelligence as the source. The Indian government's history with Pakistan isn't really, the thing you'd be wise to take a single source, uncorroborated claim from someone with an axe to grind. If so, why? 61. Supposedly Larry Silverstein admitted to demolishing his own building on 9/11. If so, why did the insurance company just pay up? Why isn't he in jail for admitting insurance fraud? Hmm? Explain that one. Anyway.
Booby.